I've been a nasty girl. I said, I've been a nasty girl. You know, I've been a nasty girl.
The stories make you glance. Grab your hats, y'all. HI's going live on YouTube. Where the truth fly. With the boots on the ground, it came in her hand. HI's patrolling this great land. Through city streets and back road dust, she's watching the watchers in her we trust. Streaming live from dawn to night, she's the voice of justice, the beacon of light. HI standing tall and proud, country heart, her voice ain't loud. Tune in on YouTube, see her stance. She's telling the stories that make you glance. Under the neon lights or the setting sun, HI's work is never done. From the sheriff's misdeeds to the city patrol, her lens is sharp, she's on a roll. Investigating truths with a country flair. On YouTube, you'll find it there. So hit that subscribe, ring the bell for more. HI's got stories galore. On YouTube's trail, she rides ahead. Champion of the free, just like she said.
I don't know if you can, but can you get an order for Hans at ONS Junior Market? The address is 1934 East Anaheim. All the windows are busted out.
Oh my God. This is so weird.
Gotcha.
What's up, everybody? What's up? That was funny. Nice, nice.
Yeah, I'm good at what I do. Listen, we got a show tonight.
All right.
I showed you a few of the things like backstage, but
You did.
I saved some for the rest. Just a few,
Yep.
just a little taste. You know, just like a good dealer. A little taste. Got to pay out for the rest.
Welcome
So,
in, everybody. Welcome in.
as the title says, there is no Diddy here, no doubt. That's not what we're doing. Because I'm a clickbait idiot and I thought it was funny. It made me laugh so hard when because I was trying to figure out the title. I was like, let's do the things that I do with the weight.
Right? No Diddy,
Yeah.
no doubt.
No doubt. All right. So tonight we're going to take a look at some cops that get their ass shot off and run away. Some cops that get their ass shot off don't get a chance to run away. And one of them goes skydiving about 5 foot. But she's short, so it matters, I guess. I don't know. Dude makes a big issue out of it. Did you hear that?
No.
Good. I'm fared. I either have a Wookiee or my dog wants to go out. I'm not sure which. What's up, Slow Burner? Welcome in. You do your thing. You know where it belongs.
Oh, yeah. Let's go top of the chat. Well, Caucasian don't count. So we got U-Haul with the gold. And then I don't count. So Pink Taco has the silver. John Danicola with the bronze. Welcome in, guys. We have Cliff and Crafty Cat. Hello.
Slow.
Why can't I have the clicker? Slow burner.
Yeet, yeet. And then there's my baby daddy.
Big name, little channel.
Big name, little channel. It's not the only thing that's little about him. Don't let him lie to you.
Right, right. Nate the Great, what's up?
Nate the Great.
And
got
the
cable
cable
company.
company. Hello.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I think that does it. That's got them all so far. All
Yep.
right. If you want to shout out, you best get your name in chat because that's the way that works. All right. So we're going to beat around the bush. Do you have a bush to beat around or you shave? This is a carpet match to drapes.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, so here's what we're doing. These cops all had to run away. Why? I don't know. Maybe they're pussies. What do you think?
Pussies.
Some of them are. There's a couple of them in here that actually have vaginas and are vaginas, you know, and some don't have vaginas but are vaginas. So, you know, that's what we're going to roll with. This first one So one of the things I want to look at in these situations, most of them, we get a pretty good look through the body camera of what the cop was going on with.
Mm-hmm.
In most cases, phone calls are made, and I want to know what level of exigent circumstances we're dealing with as we get to them, right? Is what's going on fully legal, or do the people involved in these situations actually have a leg to stand on? That's my question. All right.
I don't know,
So
but
this
before you get started, let me see our new lady in the background.
Oh, yeah. Hold up. Let me get rid of everybody.
Meow.
You, Al?
Meow.
Oh, meow. I like that. You know, since we're talking about meows and pussies. Do you have a joke you wanted to share?
No, I already
Can you
told
remember
it. So I can't remember it.
No, not that one. The
What
other
one?
one.
Which one?
Not the glove one.
Okay, the other one that I said last time that you made a short out of that I thought was pretty clever.
Ah. You ever wonder why they do those stupid bits at the beginning of my shows?
No, it's all
Just to
good.
break up the freaking monotony.
Yeah.
We typically rely on the cops to send the bad guys running, but what happens when it's the other way
If
around?
they have both legs.
These are 10 and 10
Crime.
small.
Dun, dun,
Of course.
dun.
All of the links are available in the description. This is from the mind behind the crime. For those of you who care. For those of you who don't, welcome to the show. We're going to look at a few of these. Thoughts, considerations, donations. Let's do the donation. Is it up there? Yes,
Yep.
It's up there. Okay, cool. Neat. Thoughts?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Moments where officers had to run for their lives. Meet 29-year-old Armando Silva, who on February the 11th of 2024 was acting erratically and trespassing on a property on South Valley Drive. Armando was apparently a recurring problem at the business, and when the owners caught him on surveillance cameras lingering on the property, they then called the police.
How's it going, boss? You been staying there for?
All right, chat. You have three choices. Is this man going to go peacefully?
No.
Is he going to pull out some form of device that is a threat to the neighborhood? Or is he going to pull out some cutlery and go snickety snack, Wolverine berserker attack? Choose now. Na, 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 na. Okay, enough time.
For a while? What's up? Is this your place? So you're the one who called? You're the one who called? Huh?
Armando suddenly pulled out a knife and the officer immediately turned to run away, but he stumbled and fell to the ground. Within seconds, Armando was on top of him, stabbing him repeatedly in the neck.
Oh,
For
dang.
about 30 seconds, Armando ceased the attack and got up, and the officer managed to crawl away a few feet before dropping to the ground again. It was then that an armed civilian, later identified as Isaiah Astorga, came bounding over to the scene with his gun drawn, and when Armando tried to assault him as well, he
brought a knife. This guy brought a gun to a knife fight. That's the guy you want to be. What's up, Seeking My Creator? Yeah, it's not going to be peaceful in any of these. There's one that is like a pucker factor of 5,000. The second one, whew, dude, it's rough.
Welcome in, Nikki.
Nikki, good to see you.
responded with several rounds of gunfire.
This guy was beating up this cop and we drove by. So my boyfriend, 335 Valley, please hurry. Please.
Where's the officer at?
Maybe
The
peace is
officer's down,
based.
my boyfriend's
Welcome
down.
in, bud. Good to see you. Drop your link.
Please.
On the phone, okay?
The officer stabbed in the neck.
The officer involved, Officer Jonah Hernandez, was immediately rushed to the hospital, but despite life-saving aid from both the civilian and the medics, Officer Hernandez would tragically succumb to his injuries and pass away shortly after. Let this be a reminder that officers truly put their lives on the line for us every single day. They never really know exactly what they're walking into, like these.
So have a bit of an issue with this one.
Let me hear it.
All right. So this cop walks over to this apparently homeless guy, and I'm not saying nothing against homeless, but considering that he had a call for service, I feel like he should have been prepared to render service. And in the event of calling cops, the only service they can really render is violence. So how did homie get the drop on him?
He shouldn't have. I mean,
usually there's a mag dump available right there.
based Oracle, what's that?
Based. Free based Oracle. Which means you got to mix him with a little bit of, look at that wrist.
These next two officers who walked directly into a war zone.
There's two of them. Yeah. What do you want me to do?
Mate, you got to look after yourself, buddy.
You don't want to hang out with the guys using baking powder to make crack because they're the ones with the nothing sticking out of their nose. Why did I hit the wrong button? I don't like any of you.
I gotta bounce. Thanks a lot for proving just how ugly and immature you are. It's been real. And just so you know, I don't really care about your problems.
I love that clip.
I know you still need to send it to me, man.
I don't know. I might have to keep that one. It's special.
Oh, come on.
Let's see. I'll say it again.
On December the 12th,
I'll say it again.
2022, 3 officers responded to a remote property where a missing person was reportedly located.
Jesus.
I only use crack to make baking powder.
Nice cupcakes. I bet you are the one they invite to all the parties.
Oh,
Try
man.
fudge next time.
That
You ever
is
had
great.
fudge that made you lose weight? Just think about it. Your ass
Right.
get you a little block of fudge, man. That shit tastes good. A little chemical taste, but it tastes real good. You ain't never put in this much work in an 8-hour shift. You just work yourself out of a job. Don't know why.
Cars in the training station.
Oh, hold on. This one is the pucker factor of 12,000. They are walking. All right. First of all, this is in Australia or New Zealand or somewhere, or at least the officers sound like they're from New Zealand. I have no idea where they're from.
Across the pond.
Somewhere other than here, and it looks like eucalyptus trees. So Australia, the accent sounds Australian. So that's what I'm going with. So they show up here. There's no explanation for why they're here. They have apparently climbed a fence to get this far, right? They didn't go through a gate. They climbed over the gate.
Oh,
So they've
really?
left all their vehicles back at the gate, and now they're walking like a quarter mile back to this place to go brace somebody that's supposedly there or something. Missing person report, right? I think they should have brought more people. I mean, if you're going to go get a possible kidnapping or you're dealing with something along those lines, isn't that a reason to bring numbers?
Yes.
Okay. What's up, Angel? Welcome in, bud.
Angel, what's up?
Send off. Pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
Actually, I might be the savage on that one. Made me giggle and I couldn't resist.
Everything.
As the officers neared the property on foot, suddenly a barrage of gunfire came speeding in their direction. 2 of the officers were hit multiple times and killed, and the primary officer, however, managed to hide behind a tree as the attackers emerged from their own hiding places and began hunting for him.
Hello.
I mean, what the hell do you expect?
Well, in New Zealand or Australia, you expect them to be unarmed because they took the guns years ago.
Okay, anybody that would believe that all of them are gone is stupid.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stupid people in the world, apparently. They believe, these people, and they really trip me out with this. These people believe that you can end world hunger by outlawing hunger. Let's pass a bill. Let's write a bill to outlaw to make it illegal to be hungry.
Okay, that's
And if you're
not gonna
hungry,
stop
you get
anything.
arrested and you get fed in jail.
Oh my god.
By Joe, I think he's got it. You will own nothing and be happy.
He shot Rachel, I believe. I think she's dead. She shot him, I think. No, he's still walking. He's trying to walk around me.
She shot him?
Oh no, she shot at him. There's two of them. They've got Matthew's gun now.
Mate. Hang in there. What about the other two? You got eyes on Keely and Matt?
Matt's not moving. Rachel's not moving now.
We came 3 deep. Now we're alone.
Farmers could own shotguns.
Yeah, these people are not using shotguns. You'll get a better look at it here in a minute. But this is where we enter is homie trying to dig himself a hole in the outback to hide in.
And Keely, I haven't seen. What do you want me to do?
Mate, you got to look after yourself, buddy. All right. Stay behind that tree. That's the only thing you got between him and her. Between you and her.
Yeah.
You got long rifles?
Yeah. Long rifle.
Do you hear how freaking Chad this cop sounds? He's like, yeah. He's not interested in none of the shit he's hearing right now. He doesn't want to hear none of this.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you look out for yourself, bro. Yeah. He's not liking it.
And Dylan, pistol.
You got any more trees behind you?
Welcome in, Jed.
Not a lot. He's coming over. Should I run?
Have you got trees?
Should I run?
Yeah, maybe.
Personally, I'm
asked for permission.
Yes.
To run.
Well, the thing is he doesn't know for certain that the other officers are dead.
I don't care.
I'm not a big carer either when it comes to that. I'm saying my ass first, your ass last. I ain't got to outrun but the slowest one of you. The only problem here is he's the only one running.
Right. You got to move like a ninja.
Like a ninja.
Like a ninja.
You know where you are?
Yes, they do.
Hey, can you obviously scramble from tree to tree to try and retreat out of there?
I'll try.
To try and do that?
I can try.
With certain
I mean, listen to the enthusiasm in this man's voice. I could try. There's like 17 trees out there, maybe. You saw how sparse it was. You got 30 yards between each one. That man's going to be exposing himself to everything. It's going to be great. Patricia. Good to see you.
death closing in on him, the officer quickly weighed his options and decided he was going to make a run for it. His patrol unit was about 50 yards away, and with no more places to hide, he had only one chance to make it there.
Moves pretty good for a white kid. I mean, seriously, homie got a pretty good get down for a guy loaded up with gear.
Right. Well, I mean, running for your life, dude.
Sure. Yeah, no, man. You get somebody pop a couple of caps near you and you learn you can do things you never knew that were possible. You also hurt later in ways that you never thought. For reasons you don't understand. You know, it's an adrenaline thing.
Right.
All right, so if I'd have been making this video right there when he said they're coming, they're shooting, I would have edited in that bit from "I'm gonna get you, sucker," where the dude's running back and forth in the street screaming, "They shooting! They shooting!" Yeah. But I'm an asshole. I don't know what to tell you.
You good? Teammate shot.
So when he stopped and reached up and grabbed his radio to report in after getting to the car as if he had gotten the base, it was like he screamed "Ollie, Ollie, oxen free." He got in, crunk up the car, dropped the gear, dropped the brake, and then just sat there, was going to report in. And I'm like, go.
Right?
Go. These people just killed 2 cops. Do you not think you're on the menu? Do you think your car is home base? Do you think it is bulletproof? What are you thinking, sir?
Right. Get going and then get on the radio.
Right. We'll report in person back in Sydney. Nowhere near this place.
Officer Rachel McCrow and Officer Matthew Arnold were the 2 officers killed in the incident. Following the surviving officer's extraction, a special forces team showed up to the property with a Bearcat armored vehicle. However, the shooters, later identified as Gareth, Nathaniel, and Stacy, were prepared, and they fled to a home at the heart of the property where they triggered several tactical blockades designed to keep the officers out. After 2 previous attempts to infiltrate the property safely, around 10:30 at night, the officers finally said screw it and stormed right into the place. As petrifying as that all must have been, most people would take running for their lives over having to jump. On November the 13th of 2022, police were called to a residence in the Foxhall.
All right. So this is the one I'm really curious about the exigent circumstances on.
Right.
So leading into this, the cops got a phone call. They sent initially 2 officers to go check it out. When they approach, they hear screaming as well. They call for 2 more officers who show up just a minute later, and then they make entry to the house. I'm going to show the point where the first officer makes entry. I'm going to let it play completely through. When that first officer steps across the threshold, I'm going to stop it, and we're going to have a discussion about exigent circumstances.
Okay.
Hollow neighborhood after neighbors allegedly heard a man screaming inside one of the homes. Officer Diana Sanchez arrived at the property first and could also hear the reported screaming. She approached the residence, but wisely waited for her partner to arrive before making entry.
Go ahead and 10-3 traffic for me.
And for all units, 10-3, 10-33.
She did not notify police. There
you go.
I hear like a male screaming, but I can't tell if it's coming from around back or up here. But just be aware, there's some staircases right there. So, you ready?
Jackson Police Department!
All right. Yeah, let's do it this way so we can see her titties. So a phone call is made saying the neighbor hears screaming from the house, right? Cop shows up, apparently alone, although I'm pretty sure they ride two to a car. So them calling him the partner, that's kind of strange, but okay, whatever. He waits for the partners. They show up, they make entry. Do they have enough? Oh, and the door is standing wide open, by the way. It was open when she got there. So is entry legal at that point? We lost AJOT somewhere, and this is now a useless mission. I'm not going to get any responses, and I could probably just clown on her for the next 5 minutes and nobody'd notice. You know, because all 3 of you that are in chat would be upset with me. I'm not going to do it. What do I have? I have something else I want to do over here, but I'm wondering how this guy's going to respond.
Wow. But it's a lucky thing I had my pieces.
Your pieces?
My guns.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
Wow.
Bang! Well, I don't see so good, so I missed. Then they ran away. I ran after them.
Okay.
Bang! Try to shoot them in the back, but I don't run so good either. Anyway, you guys all think I'm a hero. and I'll accept that responsibility. I don't think one would have done it. I'm gonna go out and buy some more.
Okay.
And I think you should too. Don't be a victim. It's time to fight back.
It might be that guy in this house. I'm not 100% certain on that. Welcome in, Dennis Bigfoot. Good to see you, bud. Appreciate you coming through. Oh, you're back.
Sorry,
I
the
was talking
baby
to
was
you.
crying. I know.
Yeah, everybody has excuses when Sasquatch calls, but Sasquatch don't make excuses when everyone else calls. You want to get mad? Show it to him. Show him how mad you are.
What the fuck ever? I couldn't find it. Oh, crap.
That's the boy falling.
Is anybody?
Excuse me.
So, you're a mouse.
That's the falling. I won't go right here.
I got you. Oh, come on.
This is a pretty nice house, man. I mean, you're looking at least 2 stories of what, old Victorian, maybe postmodern Victorian.
Right.
Fucking 2,900 square foot. I mean, it's a chunky little estate here, bro. This is a nice place.
Maybe.
Well, we'll clear this down here.
Let's clear the door right there.
This goes
We
to.
got some stairs and some guys over here.
In direct contrast to the screaming moments prior, the house was now eerily quiet and still. At this point, the officers aren't sure if they're dealing with an injured victim.
I got a buddy of mine who screams in his sleep. You ever encountered one of those?
What?
So like sleep talking, but he screams.
No.
It's an interesting experience when homie's just passed out on the couch over there and just starts yelling and screaming. It's halfway words, halfway not. Honest to God, it sounds like he's being like actively murdered, but he's just taking a nap. And he sleeps through it. Is the weirdest thing. There's your new one.
Culture Club, welcome in. What's up,
Yeah, I'm
Rada? Rada.
Rada.
I mean, I don't know about talk sleep, but like I've been with somebody who would talk. I mean, not talk, but sleep fight. Like
Sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna go. There's a reason me and my wife sleep in separate beds.
no, I get it. I get it.
Right. My question is, how is it that I can decide to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'll wake up at 4:45? Why is that? How do I know what time it is when I'm sleeping? I don't know who I'm fighting, but I know what time it is.
I don't know. That is
I don't
kind of
get it.
weird, right?
It's weird, right?
Right? I'm doing well,
The
Rada. Thank
deranged
you.
maniac
Welcome
control they
in,
must be
444.
must also move quite quickly.
I can't say it. What is it? Is it
Zatuichi.
I'm just gonna 444.
444 it is. It's the
444.
Zatuichi.
444.
I think that's a reference to a blind martial artist
I don't know.
and a sword in a cane type thing, but I might have the wrong reference. I'm not sure. Didn't know she streamed. She just doesn't cross the streams often. That's the thing.
Apparently, I crossed too many streams. Just saying.
Tell me more.
No. What's up, Freeside?
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 What's up, bud? Freeside?
It's what?
It's closed up there.
It's what?
Am I the only one that gets the impression these cops are casing the joint? Like they keep talking about the nice stuff they're finding. They're like, "Oh, look, there's some nice chairs and a lot of guns," which there are. You get to see the guns in a minute. There's quite a few.
Almost locked open.
Police department.
I'm not going crazy. I heard a man screaming. Like they were in pain.
Police department.
Somebody didn't care who it was.
Go ahead and start the counting. Go ahead and start the counting.
What are we counting?
I don't know.
She
when we
means
were
county.
start the county.
Yes, this is
Like
the local
county
police
coming in?
department,
Oh, got you.
and she's calling for additional
Backup.
backup from county. So sheriffs, not police.
Got you.
Which, believe it or not, is a little different.
Counting.
I'm a little concerned with why this lady was in a freaking. Why was she in a freaking bathroom in the first place?
I don't. She wasn't in the bathroom. They were coming down the hallway, and then she ran. Well, she ran into the bathroom. I guess she probably didn't know it was the bathroom. Maybe she was just trying to get cover. I don't know.
Go ahead and start the counting. Go ahead and start the counting.
She's already in the bathroom when it cuts to her body cam.
Right, but we don't know. I mean, that was the edit. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. We don't have hers prior to this very moment. See what I'm saying?
Where's she going now?
Lucas,
So she couldn't break down the door.
And she doesn't call Central. She calls a particular officer's name, whether she knows the dispatch or whatever. She calls out the specific officer.
Her partner,
I'd like
probably.
or somebody else on the force that she's quite familiar with, you know.
Really? How familiar?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like. All right. This is the jump out of the window they're talking about. Now, I know on y'all's little telephones over yonder, it's kind of hard to see, but he makes out like it's a second story leap. This is the ground floor. She's on the ground floor bathroom. That is an air conditioner down there. And it's probably one of several in this house, given the size of it. So it's not real big. That little porch to your right is maybe 3 steps. I see 1, 2, 3. That looks like my house. Holy shit, they got Tuscan brick on the outside of it. That's nice. Oh, sorry. We're dealing with like a 6-foot drop here, maybe 7 tops.
I don't know. I mean, it looks. I don't know. It's hard to judge.
I'm telling you right now, you pop a couple of caps past my ear, I'll go out that thing like a flash.
I totally agree. I mean, I get it. I'm going to take the chance of going out the window for sure.
Now, you want to not hit that air conditioner. And boy, am I glad they keep this little spot right here clean. Like, what kind of weirdness is that this window just happens to have the cleanest spot outside to hop into?
Well, I mean, it's around the AC. You want to keep things, free from getting sucked in. I don't know.
My theory is there's supposed to be a trash can there.
Maybe.
Right? It's right next to the back door, that kind of thing. Yeah. That's what I think.
Officer Sanchez could hear the assailant getting closer to the bathroom, and just moments later, he was frantically knocking at the door. That meant that her only way out was to jump for her life.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta admit, that would make my sphincter crawl up, man.
Him saying, "Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah."
Because
This is him. This is when he's walking to the bathroom, right? So he's like,
you got one.
"Mhm, I
You got
one."
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
for
Mm-mm.
sure.
I'm pretty sure this is Danny DeVito from that movie in there.
Share, share. You gotta share it. Share the screen.
Shut up. I'll pick on you when you do wrong. Of course I do. It would be silly not to. I mean, that's free entertainment.
What's it going now?
Lucas, I'm stuck in the bathroom.
Lucas. So by personal name, not badge.
Officer Sanchez could hear the assailant getting closer to the bathroom, and just moments later, he was frantically knocking at the door. That meant that her only way out was to jump for her life.
All right. At this moment, I want to request that everyone, please, go to your Facebook, share this stream to your local police department's Facebook page. Let's see if we can get some more people in here. I did.
I saw that. Did I taste? Did I taste?
Someone rang. What's up, Joe Cool? How you doing?
Cool, baby. Blow me.
Welcome in, ladies of I Talk.
Ladies. Nice.
Ladies.
So put your gun down, police department. Police department. Police department. Put your gun down.
Take cover, Lucas. I'm
Officer Sanchez chipped 4 or 5 teeth, injured her leg.
She took a bad drop, bro. She landed badly.
Much love. Thanks for coming in.
That's sad. She's kind of cute to start with. All right, boys, smash or pass.
Before or after the fall?
I'm sure she's held up nicely by now. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not going to say that.
And reportedly lost consciousness for a few moments upon impact. She reunited with her partner who had a broken wrist, and both were transported to the hospital while a squad of backup officers surrounded the house, leading to a 14-hour standoff, but police eventually took Donald into custody without injuries. He would be booked.
Did you see that? Look at that neat little piece of equipment right there. Isn't that cool? I want some of those. Like, that's... Yeah, I need 2 of those. That's exactly what I need. One for you and one for me. That's what we need.
Injuries. He would be booked into jail on felony charges of
Havoc,
possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime and 2.
Oh, guy Mitch, what's up?
What's up, old guy Mitch? Welcome in, bud. This wasn't his house.
Chief masturbator.
He wasn't at his home. This was someone else.
Is that what they said?
If he's being charged with possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, I want to know what the crime was, because he would have had to have been doing the crime first, right?
Unless he was not supposed to if he was a felon or
But
something.
no, then that would be felony possession, like to be possession of a firearm by a restricted person, not possession of a firearm while committing a crime. I want to know what the crime was. I don't know. Let's see.
2 counts of aggravated assault on a police officer. That case almost felt like a scary movie, but though Donald was terrifying, he didn't have the element of surprise like this next suspect.
Weird.
All right. I think it's time to move to the next pile.
That was weird, like for real.
Oh yeah, I find the charges very strange. Charges are extremely strange. I mean, if he was at home, right, B&E. That's what I was thinking. Is dude was breaking and entering. Remember when they first walk in, there was a TV set up right next to the door, like it was staged to be carried out. Most of the stuff in the house was like in its proper location for the most part. The dog food was where the dog food was supposed to be. The bowls were where the bowls were supposed to be. All of the surfaces are covered in like stuff.
Right.
In that house.
Like it had been ransacked. Yeah.
But no, when you ransack a place, you don't put things where they're supposed to be.
No, I know that, but I'm saying you were talking. Never mind.
These things would be laying upright, upside down, over there in the corner, down on the floor over there, on the counter over yonder, whatever. But you wouldn't stack up bowls on the table in order from largest to smallest and then put something in the top bowl.
Right.
It looks like somebody lives here and they've lost their mind, is what it looks like to me. So if he lives there, what was the crime he was committing while he was in possession of the gun? Or is it assaulting the officers in the first place? I've already acknowledged that they had exigent circumstances for entering.
Right.
Yeah, old guy would know. I'm not going to mention how I know such things, but he would certainly know. When you ransack stuff, you just toss that shit. That's why it's called ransacking. When you're searching, you move things out of the way. Ransacking, you just toss that shit over.
It didn't look all nicely put together to me.
It wasn't nicely put together neat, but it looked like a few things might have been staged.
He was stacking by room.
Maybe so.
You're muted if you're talking.
All the fucking buttons are fucking buttons. Listen, do you want to do the memes or the drunk teacher next?
Memes.
Okay.
Memes.
Rural America.
Hold on. Stop it, Acorns. You're always too quick off the draw, man. Good Lord. All right. So this is from Acorn Stash. That's spelled with a Z, by the way. Acorns. Because of all those assault acorns that all the rural America with the cyber truck. Can you blame them?
Yeah.
Anyway, I like this guy. He's funny to me.
Rural America. Cities with the most lead dispenser restrictions. Your U.S. cities.
So I've got an interesting mystery in my house right now, and I haven't figured it out yet. So I have multiple bathrooms, right? And there's this one off the kitchen in there that's very, very rarely used. I have a very large dog. My wife was out of town for a week, and the whole time she's out of town, I keep finding that toilet looking like somebody had peed in it. And I go in there and I flush it. And the next day, it looks like somebody had peed in it, and I flush it. And I didn't think nothing about it the first few times. But since then, I've been getting real sketchy about the idea. Because either somebody lives in this house with me that I'm unaware of, or my freaking Mastiff has figured out how to pee in a toilet.
I don't know.
I will tell you this. He pees in my shower sometimes. I have a big walk-in shower. So, like, if the door is left open, he'll go in there and pee on the wall. And, I mean, I guess that's better than peeing on the carpet. But I don't know. Weird mystery. What do y'all think?
Yeah, weird. He learned
Welcome
from
back
you.
to Laugh While the World Burns, where every Sunday we
got black power, blue power, pink power, account suspended, and yellow power. Right. Oh my God, that is so on the nose. That's heart. That's not white. That's heart. It's just like the Captain Planet bit. You know that fifth element
Michelle
of heart.
said the dog is totally peeing in the toilet. Set up a camera.
Yeah, no, I've actually went and got one of my cameras out and I've got it charging. I'm gonna say, and I don't want to film the freaking bathroom, you know, because why would I? It's mine. I could, I guess, but I'm not going to.
Apparently, nobody is supposed to be using it. So yes, I mean,
right? It is weird. Now, that being said, I do have a rather savage brother. And if he happens to be in town and needs to use the bathroom and the door is unlocked, he won't even let me know he's in the house. I done about took his ass out 2 or 3 times doing this trash. So it could just be him. I also have a whole bevy of adult children who don't necessarily notify me that they've come over. If they can sneak through and not trigger the dog, they will. I've told them not to do it, but what am I supposed to do? They can at least flush, though. The dog is the only one I would forgive.
Now you're backpedaling. We're like filming and you're like I'm
only saying I'm not going to film the bathroom on the off chance that I catch one of my daughters doing the do. But I'm more concerned with I'm gonna set it up in the laundry room because you have to go through there to get to the bathroom. So it makes sense, right?
Right.
You got a black supremacist title from GS and being called a basketball American. Basketball American. What is it?
Oh my God. GS.
You got me, bro.
kick back, relax, and observe the idiocracy that is modern day society. And we're all here to try to laugh about it while it is still legal.
I'm not going to ask GS.
Please consider hitting that like button. And if you haven't already, smash subscribe.
The only thing I'm going to ask GS is which side of my ass he wants to kiss. Because, I mean, look, I don't usually do this, but for him, I'll make a fucking exception. When you want to hitch your little red wagon to somebody and try to suck some clout off the bottom fucking layer of somebody else's channel, go talk to GS. He'll fucking tell you exactly how to do it. Because, oh my God, what a bloodsucker. My man is creating content off of some of a couple of people, very nice people. I've talked to these people individually backstage. Both of them are nice as they could possibly be, provided you're not a total fucking prick. I imagine one of them could get pretty testy if you were a prick. And so, you know, it makes sense that they might have had a disagreement with you. That totally tracks. But your reaction to it, sir, is downright embarrassing. It's like a small child pitching a fit in the corner by his damn self because anyone who knows them refuses to interact with him. And so he just goes off doing all the stupid trash that he's doing based off of some, I don't even know what, man, because it's not facts. You just re-upload his content and pretend that you're doing something new and unusual when all you're doing is, what is it? What's it called? Libel? Slander? One or the other. It's got to be. I don't know if he's writing it down or not. That's the distinction. But y'all go for it. Go ahead.
Man, Gypsy.
Oh, yeah, no. He has no sense of humor. He thinks he's funny, but in reality, he's just sensitive. And I won't even say his full channel name because that guy.
Click the bell and select all notifications so you don't miss.
What's up, Gypsy? Good to see you, bud. Appreciate you coming
We got
through.
some good memes
Gregory?
and a lot of idiocracy news. So let's get into it. I hate kids and never want them. Now give me your kids so I can teach them about my worldview.
It's a lot of this is just too accurate, man. Like it's a little too on the nose if you catch my drift. I love this dude. He's
That's
great.
supposed to be a teacher, right?
Yeah, that's supposed to be the teacher. Like she doesn't want kids because, you know, the world and all that stuff, but I'm going to go teach children that the world sucks and white men are horrible.
Right.
That pretty much sums up a lot of these people. You're not allowed to leave bad reviews. Woman says she's getting sued over leaving a 1-star review. Is that possible? In today's society, it is. If you have a problem with a company or their products and you leave them a bad review, they can turn around and sue you for defamation.
Are you serious?
And it doesn't matter if what you said is true.
Okay. So that's exactly what I was getting to with GS a moment ago. The distinction between libel versus defamation. If you're, I thought it was the other way around, but either way, when you're writing a review and you leave a negative one, that's technically speaking negatively about an entity, which gets all the rights of an individual. And I'd love to have El Perro show up magically and start explaining the difference, but I'm not going to get into it right now. But basically, a company has all the rights of a person, provided that they're within the U.S., because that's the way the U.S. laws work. So if you say something negative that you can't outright prove in a court of law, they can sue you. Although, here's the catch. Typically, they just sue you to take down your review. So you can either fight it for a few $1,000s in court,
right,
or you can just take down the review. Which one do you think 99% of people choose?
We'll take down the review.
Yeah, then you don't have to worry about it. It's
But
like a cease and
that's
desist order.
crazy. Don't ask somebody to review your product if you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yep. Oh, Lord.
Residents face HOA fines as high as $10,000 for opening windows in sinking San Francisco tower.
Sinking. San Francisco, 10 grand. $10,000 fine because they opened a window.
I mean, I guess they were, I don't know. It was.
This is the
which
part
doesn't
of
matter.
HOAs that suck. HOAs should not exist. They are
I
an
agree.
anathema on the American system. There's no part of the American Constitution that permits such shit. No one has authority over my lawn. I actually happen to be between two different ones. One is a historic district HOA, and the other one is like the downtown HOA. And my property happens to be right between them because the woman that I got the property from was a bad bitch. Like, she just did not play that shit. So she's not a part of either one of them, but they regularly send people over here as if they are.
Right.
And in 18 years of living here, they have gotten nothing but booted the fuck off my property. That's it. Like, sir, if you don't remove the pink flamingos, we're going to have to send you a fine. Fucking fine me. Bitch, I'm rich. I don't give a fuck. What are you going to do? Give it a shot. Go for a try. Let's try it. If you review and leave a bad review, bring it. You got to get by the fence and your turkeys. I've seen your turkeys. Those things are fucking terrifying, dude. Have you seen those turkeys? Yeah.
Oh, man. Yes, Dan. We have coffee with Mitch every morning.
I try to, but I often end up having to drive and stuff, you know. That's just when it happens, you know. I'm like, well, there he is. I'll turn it on and sit there for a little while, and then one of my kids will be like, why are you listening to this? I want to hear something else. And I'm like, fine, fuck. As long as you'll shut up, I'll fucking put whatever the fuck you want on. Just stop it.
Breaking news. The police have apprehended the illegal alien that has been eating the cats.
Alf.
That's true.
Where's this Alf?
Germany. Woman convicted of offending migrant rapist receives longer prison sentence than this.
Are you fucking
I know
kidding
this is a
me?
legitimate.
Is that
this is
like real?
Yes, this is real. Full on. The way it took place. She brings charges against the individuals who assaulted her. They go and meet in court. During the court hearing, she explains what it was that they did, and how much she disliked it. And they brought a defamation claim against her for having posted it. They won their defamation claim. She gets sentenced not only because she couldn't pay the immediate. What's up, Chili Dog? Chili Dog all night. Killer dog. Yes, sir.
No.
She, because of the way the sentencing works over there, she was sentenced to more years, to more time than the actual assaulting individuals. And there were several. It wasn't just like a guy. It was a couple of dudes, and then a few more noticed and joined in. That's messed up. I think that's wood chipper territory myself.
Wood chipper territory.
That's a pretty good summary of today's so-called justice system. Jesse Small.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
You see it, right?
Yeah.
325 urinals available, but they're going to post up and rub against each other. This is what happens in the bus station at like 3 a.m.
Jesse Smollett. Stage attack by opposing political group. Zero evidence. Media outrage. Andy Nago. Actually attacked by an opposing political group. Video evidence. Media silence.
Are you familiar with Andy No?
No.
All right. When you get a little time and you're bored, go look up Andy No.
When I get a little time and I
know
bored,
you got to raise
like,
and keep the baby happy and all that stuff. I hear you, but I'm just saying this man has an absurdly interesting political existence. Like, he was a full hardcore left-wing activist involved in stuff. He gets attacked because he's carrying a camera in a black bloc situation. The next thing you know, he's outed so hard by the left-wing progressive a portion of the Democrat Party that he just says, you know what, totally screw all of y'all, and starts exposing all of Antifa. And you don't hear a word about it on mainstream media. He is persona non grata. He's also a freaking hero, in my opinion.
Me playing Call of Duty, wondering why there's no sound. My grandfather with his new Bluetooth hearing aid.
Oh, poor bastard.
That would be pretty bad. Throw it away. High traces of lead found in 12 brands of cinnamon spice powders.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Cinnamon spice and everything nice.
Well, I mean, if you're after lead, just remember, it's the paint chips at the windowsill that are the sweetest.
This article came out a couple weeks ago. So here's your PSA if you've bought any cinnamon spice recently, which at this time of year, a lot of people are.
Right?
100 farmers were asked what they do in their spare time. 95 didn't understand the question, and the other 5 didn't know what day it was.
If you've ever worked a farm, you know what that means. And for those of you who haven't, I'll try to explain. There's so much crap going wrong on a farm that there's no such thing as spare time. Just like she was saying a minute ago, it's not a thing. It's not a thing at all. No, you don't make incense out of it, man. God, you're just trying to get you. You know what?
Army vet.
I think we need to check your freaking Pedialyte, bro. Like,
Did he do something to somebody's booty?
Wait, where's that?
Army vet. Right under old Mitch's one that you just read.
No, I'm telling you, I think it scrubbed it. I've got this one. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, see, gosh.
It's called English. I don't speak it. I'm in Georgia. We don't have to. Don't be like that. It got lead in it. I know you're not supposed to be huffing that stuff, dude. That's bad. They took it out of the gasoline because it was making y'all stupid. What's up, Scully? Scully. Right? Y'all go check out Scully Pop. He's tons of fun.
Yeah, because they're thinking, what spare time? Politicians before election. Politicians after election.
They become swamp monsters. I firmly believe, I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with Mr. Reagan on YouTube. He has a theory that both of the parties are beholden unto powers that be, because in the process of gaining electoral status, they are vetted by the powers that be to be corrupted, right? As in they figure out some way to remove any politicians that are working their way up through the system that aren't capable of being bought. You know, a couple of Kennedys come to mind. Some orange guy that I've heard about recently. I don't know, man. It's just an idea. Do I need my tinfoil hat? It's handy.
Help control the pet population. Adopt a Haitian.
Damn it, Bob. Oh, Lordy, Bob. Is that racist? I don't know. I mean, it's not, is it? I don't know.
And that's my whole look, man. Okay, it's not my cup of tea, right? To be eating some dogs and cats. Well,
I'll eat a cat occasionally,
but
but it's under special circumstances and only at the Asian restaurants.
but I mean, our shelters are definitely like overpopulated. I mean,
Okay, so here's all right.
as long
That's a
as
good
they're
point.
not coming into my backyard, right, and getting my pet.
What would you say to them going by the pet place, the animal shelter over there, and picking up a handle, getting some takeout? I'd like 2 pooches to go, please. And give me 5 of them kitty sticks.
Oh no, you went too far.
I should have included dark humor in this one. Right? I mean, how much you reckon we could get back from the stray cat and dog population if we started just selling the ones at the...
Right?
Hey, there's a catch here. There's a catch. Do you know why they're eating pets? Because pets are healthy. You don't eat sick animals. You eat healthy animals.
But are they really eating pets? Or was that just Trump's spin on it to sell it? Maybe they're eating that cats and
Have you
dogs.
talked to the smoking auditor?
No, I have not.
Perhaps you should. He's in Ohio.
I know he's in Ohio. I know
But
a few people in Ohio.
and this is the way he put it to me. There is no longer a stray pet problem in Ohio.
Okay.
At least not in his area.
Oh, well, that's good, right? That should be a good thing.
Well, when they're out of stray pets,
Maybe they'll move on to the next county. I don't know.
no, they're trying to live there. Anyway, this is not the point of this. We're totally, talk to him. He'll tell you.
I love how the media tried to push that this was all fake news now.
We need dog on the stick.
Hold up, Chili Dog. I gotta know. Are you Haitian by chance? Can you just put this to bed for me? Are they eating the cats? Are they eating the dogs? Is this a thing? Is this like rat on a stick down at the China buffet? I'm just curious. I gotta know, man. I want some slow fried gerbil myself.
I mean, you and I did the one video, right? I don't know where it was. It was. I don't remember where it was in Ohio.
The girl. She's not Haitian though. She was just some unfortunate soul who had a whole bunch of horrible things happen all in
Okay, so they're eating the dogs and the cats, whether they're Haitian or not. Then
there's just a video where a dude's claiming that a Haitian took his cat off the porch and just stuffed it in a bag.
what? See, no, that's crazy.
Like shopping. I want to point out, man, cats are dangerous, bro. Like a normal sized cat can murder you. You got to be careful with them things. But I guess if you know how to handle the pussy, it's okay.
There you go.
Was one news reporter and cameraman that showed the remains of a dog and a pig which had been eaten / sacrificed. But yeah, it's just all fake news.
Fake it.
Check this one out, guys. 3 Washington teens are facing 10 years in jail after making skid marks on a LGBT Rainbow Road mural while riding e-scooters. 19-year-old and 2 unnamed minors were arrested on Wednesday for first-degree malicious mischief.
Okay, so this brings up a question in my head. Isn't the LGBT mural just as much vandalism as the skid marks?
Okay, say that again.
Isn't the mural just as much vandalism as the skid marks?
I mean, you could consider that. It depends on whose perception you're asking or opinion.
No, I'm asking from the city's perspective, where the city is the one who will have to deal with the skid marks, and the city is the one that has to deal with the mural.
Well, the city approved the mural, or it wouldn't have been able to happen.
Did they? I don't remember.
I think they did. I do remember. I do.
What's up, April? Welcome in, girl.
What's up,
Appreciate
April?
you coming through. It's worse. What's worse? I'm sorry, I moved on a little bit. My bad. Is the skid marks worse than the mural?
Yeah, I think that's
Even if the mural's city approved, who gave these assholes the ability to change the colors of our crosswalks? I mean, we have laws that crosswalks are supposed to be, and all of the stuff on the roads are supposed to be, you know, for safety and, you know, that type of stuff. A LGBT rainbow across a crosswalk has nothing to do with safety and everything to do with advertisement. So I'm a little curious why it's included in the city budget. That's my question.
After vandalizing the Rainbow Pride mural that sits in front of Riverfront Park located in Spokane, Washington, Durko appeared in court on Thursday alongside legal counsel. Prosecutors requested a $15,000 bond that would cover the approximate cost of repainting the mural. The teen was later released on his own reconnaissance on the condition that he does not return to the crosswalk. And here's another article about the same. Washington teen faces 10 years in prison for scooter tracks on a pride mural. While equally,
the other 2 are also 10 years, honey. That's what I'm saying. How is it? Now, this isn't actually in a road. This is like in a little U-turn area where you're permitted to fucking, like, people don't typically drive in this area is what I'm saying. Right. I believe everything on the road should be safety based with reflective paint and stuff. Right. It's supposed to be white reflective paint. It says so right in the freaking law. And they say it's a hate crime. Right. They put it in a place where people are going to ride over it and then complain when people ride over it. They put it in a place where people are going to walk on it and then complain when people walk on it. So there's no winning. They are setting themselves up to be a victim so they can claim victim status and move on with their freaking lives is what I think they should do. And in case you didn't know where you folks were at.
She sent us to the naughty corner. I just made a joke. She sent us to the naughty corner. Wasn't even woke.
Go to the naughty corner right. Where's my shoe? Go to the naughty corner right now.
Party in the naughty corner. It's the place to be. Party in the naughty corner. She threw away the key. Party in the naughty corner. We can never leave.
Laughing at me at the same time. What are you two laughing at? Because both of you can go to the naughty corner right.
I was sitting there pushing the button and it wouldn't stop.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's making no arrest.
Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Hold up.
Pause.
Wait a minute.
Pause. This article was read by a man named Seamus O'Thought. All right, Mr. or Mrs. O'Thought. I would change my name immediately. And just damn all the O-thoughts of the world. At least he's not an I thought.
for anti-American vandalism of U.S. monuments. Which, by the way, that photo right there
What's
is
up,
literally that exact mural that they.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this part here from maps?
Mm.
Why is there a minor attracted person slot on the LGBT thing? I don't dig it. Nope.
They drove the scooters across. And those little bitty marks right there are what they're talking about.
Oh
this
my
is on
God.
a city road. You
Yep.
literally can't go down the road without driving across it.
Oh, okay.
This article is about the company that rents those scooters. Lime Scooters will now shut down if driven over pride flag crosswalks in Spokane, Washington. So if you're driving a scooter and need to go across this intersection, the scooter will automatically shut down when it gets to that area. So
It's the Hebrew Hammer. What's up, bud? Welcome in.
Say hi.
you're going to
Say
pick it
hi.
up, carry it, and walk across there. Or have to try to figure out a way to drive all the way around it without going off-road. This is the stupidity that we're facing in these days.
Facts.
And by the way, a first-degree malicious mischief is a felony. And I saw another article that had one example of a crime that would receive this same first-degree malicious mischief charge. And the example it gave was if a person was on an airplane and they damaged the plane in such a way that it created a safety risk to the aircraft or other passengers. And yet, that's what they're going to charge these three teens with.
All right. So that's another thing for folks out there that are flying. Do not pitch a physical fit. If you endanger another passenger, that is a felony.
Because they drove over a so-called flag that is painted onto a road. Here's just a very short news clip from this.
3 teenagers were arrested last week for the horrific crime of riding scooters on one of those pride flags you see painted on the road every 20 yards. Here's the vicious crime in full. Look, one of them's doing a wheelie. Horror! These kids were arrested on suspicion of first-degree malicious mischief, which is a felony offense.
By the way, this guy's a comedian. He's fucking hilarious if y'all want to go check him out.
And are now potentially facing 10 years in jail. Here's one of them in court in a yellow jumpsuit like he's off to Guantanamo Bay. I bet these kids wish they'd just graffitied a war memorial or burnt the American flag or desecrated a portrait of the King of England instead of driving their scooters on the road. According to court documents, witnesses watched the 3 kids ride over the rainbow-painted crosswalk and intentionally skid their tires.
I just saw this group of teenagers like deliberately making marks and scratch marks with their Lime scooters. Like,
All right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't just turning fucking donuts in the middle of the road a crime in and of itself? I mean, did we immediately have to go with high treason? I don't understand why it went that route. But then again, I guess we have to make a point.
like just all around.
Several witnesses confronted the group and called police.
We're not going to sit by as we watch people deliberately commit a hate crime, like right.
There's another one. You see him? Just rode through in that car. Totally a hate crime right there.
In the middle of downtown.
All right, boys. Smash or pass. She's got the tats. I bet she's got underarm hair. Did she lift her arm just a second ago? I think she did. Let's try it again.
Marks and scratches.
All right, boys. Watch for it. We're looking for the forest under veil. Might be something wrong with me. No, she's being very careful not to lift her arms.
Security footage, officers arrested 3 teenagers.
It was a smash or pass. She and CC snitches pass. You're a savage, dude. It's not the fact that she probably smells, that you can smell her through the TV. That's not the issue. It's not that she's pale and pasty and look like she might catch a moonburn. Or that she's obviously of a divergent nature. That's not the issue, but she snitches. She's out. All right, I agree. You 100%, bro.
2 are minors, and 1 is 19-year-old Ruslan Turco.
You are charged with 1 count malicious mischief.
Turco had his first appearance in court this afternoon. The judge released him under the condition he doesn't go near the crosswalk or the other teenagers. Prosecutors, though, had asked the judge to set a $15,000 bond since that's how much it costs to repaint the mural.
The community.
I like that. That's facts right there. They're only doing skids on it because the painted surface is easier to do skids on.
Yeah.
That sounds way more legitimate than anything else I've heard. They weren't looking for a hate crime. They were looking for a good skid zone. Yeah.
We really came together to raise the money for them to be able to do it before the parade on Saturday.
Now this vandalism just hours after that repaint and only a few weeks after someone else set fire to the mural.
It sucks.
All right. So the person that set fire to the mural, that sounds malicious to me, right? That doesn't exactly sound like, no, they were just riding their scooters, chick. They were just riding around.
That is just, yeah. Yeah, no, just skid marks. That's crazy.
Couple little skiddy stops. That's it. And yeah.
To be reminded in moments like this that there are still people out there that, you know, have hate in their hearts for other people. So.
Oh, but it's not you.
But Kaylee,
you're not the person that sits around waiting for this type of stuff to happen so you can drop the hammer on some random children that were just out there having fun. That's not you. You're not involved in that at all. Little Miss Armpits. I don't know where she at. I want y'all to see this woman one more freaking time. This is what's ruining our country. This is the reason for low birth rates, low employment rates. This is the reason for HR. Without this, HR would not even exist. Or if it did exist, it would actually be dealing with human resources and not, oh, somebody offended me. God.
Hearts for other people. So,
but Kaylee wants everyone to know the love outweighs the hate here on Howard and through the entire city.
Yeah, the absolute absurdity and so-called legal double standard that we are faced with today.
That's an excellent question. You just picked up the participation trophy of the night with that one, bro. What if the kids were in drag? Would it be okay then? What if they were either minorities or divergent? And so in the same way you are, what if it was 2 male lesbians that you were sending to jail? Would you have a different opinion on it then? Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe.
Her? You saw her.
Yeah.
My name is Adam. She, her. My name is Eve. They, them, Zer. I am Legion. 10,000 strong we came. And then because we're freaks.
Freaks.
U.S. government report says fluoride at twice the recommended limit is linked to lower IQ in kids.
Damn it. There's Flow State has this clip of somebody saying, I'm just going to give you that fluoride stare.
Oh, yeah.
And this would be a perfect point for it. And I actually Skyped it from him, but didn't actually upload it, so I can't use it right now. But I'm just going to give you that fluoride stare.
A U.S. government report expected to stir debate concluded that fluoride in drinking water at twice the recommended limit is linked with lower IQ in children. The report, based on an analysis of previously published research, marks the first time a federal agency has determined.
Welcome in, Nezuko. How are you doing today? Hopefully, I just didn't say something horrible in another language. No. She would find out all the horrible things that there's what she says you do that's horrible. She would take your Trump flag. She would take your Trump sign out of your yard. She would then go to the HOA and tell them what it is that you've done so that they would have evidence and a witness so they could charge you all of the fines they possibly could, because she is the one that has hate in her heart.
Determined with moderate confidence that there is a link between higher levels of fluoride exposure and lower IQ in kids. Yeah, and a lot of people go around saying, well, that's only if there's twice the limit in it, though. That's why they limit it down to a certain point.
Right.
Well, how about all the fluoride that you're getting in your toothpaste every day?
Let's take a look at this. This is actually a pretty good point here. So you have fluoride in your drinking water that is put in by the federales. The city has to do it or it's not considered safe to drink or whatever, right?
Right.
Then you have fluoride in your toothpaste and you have fluoride in your mouthwash. At what point?
And they put fluoride in when you go get your teeth done. That's
true too. So when you have your baby teeth in and you're a small child and you're having tooth problems or whatever, and you go to the dentist, I don't know, 3-4 times, how much higher rate of fluoride is that child getting from the national average? And is the national average being affected by the fluoride that's just recommended, quote unquote?
Interesting.
I mean, I need to put my tinfoil hat on this one. We got the results right here in front of us. I don't think we've reached that level yet.
They put it in your butt when you're under.
HOA gets oh God, Mitch gets a participation trophy. She would go tell on the HOA too.
Right.
He's right. That's that hate I was talking about in her heart.
And even most floss picks are also coated with fluoride. And there's a lot of other products that has it too. Furthermore, and if people would do some digging and really research it out, they'd find out that the original testing of fluoride in drinking water was first done in the 1940s in Germany at the concentration camp.
Yeah.
Yo, NC Tyrant Hunter.
NC Tyrant Hunter, baby boy. What is up, my big man? What was that about a small name, big channels? Wait, what? No, small channel, big names, huh? That wasn't you.
No, that's big name and big channel.
And small other things that we're not going to discuss
Drop
today.
your link, NC Tyrant Hunter. He's trying to get to 200,000 subs, guys. If you ain't sub up, share. Let's get him there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's doing a giveaway.
Okay, but you're going to have to go to both chats to drop them on both sides. I'm pretty sure you're modded everywhere. It won't let me copy it from your chat or from StreamYard. In both cases, it reroutes either to the live stream or to the StreamYard studio.
Camps.
There's some
They found that
secretarial
it made
shit.
the people more subdued and less likely to resist. And 7 months before World War II even ended, they began to put fluoride into drinking water here in the U.S., with Michigan being the first state.
Yeah. That's accurate. Right? On that old nose thing we was talking about earlier.
When was the last time an actor unalived a president? Better question, Johnny. When was the last time an actor was unalived for treason?
That's savage. Let's go ahead and get that pin.
He's giving away a $350 camera when he hits 200,000 subs. Everybody go sub up. You can't win if you ain't subbed.
Also, I have a poll going up on my in my chat. Is whether or not Diddy did the do.
Diddy did the do. Over.
But that's the question. We have a 68% yes currently, but there's still another, we'll say 8-9 minutes to get in there if anybody's interested. Yee.
Remember, Klinger dressed like a woman to show that he was mentally ill.
Ooh, he was trying to get out of war. So he dressed up as a woman and swore he was a woman the whole time. Even when he went out with the boys and they all went downtown to the, he went with them dressed as a woman the whole time.
Much love
Have you
to
ever
you,
watched,
April. Thank you for coming over. Huh?
have you ever watched any MASH?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so keep in mind that it was filmed during the Korean War and it lasted almost twice as long as the war did.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
I can't remember who it was, but I saw someone in the comments that basically was saying that this was one of the first instances where they were beginning to normalize this. And the reason being, even though that he was doing this, he never did get his Section 8 and kicked out of the military. I never thought of it that way, but they could have a good point.
Facts.
A man in the UK who wanted rid of his wife didn't bother with a divorce or a hired unaliving man. He just went on her Facebook page and posted a meme about immigrants. She's now doing 4 years in prison.
Oh no!
I wonder, is that true?
No, that can't. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be.
Would they both end up in jail if it was discovered that he posted it on her Facebook?
Well, I think it should.
This is UK. UK. It's UK law, boo. I don't know.
You know, we try to laugh about this, but at this point, it's all too true and getting worse by the day.
Yeah.
That's so accurate. Oh my God. So I went through a fast food place and it's not like a national chain, right? It's someone bought an old like
Jason?
McDonald's. What's up, Jason? An old McDonald's franchise and revamped it into like a local burger joint type thing. And they installed some of those kiosks, right? And I went in there and I ordered my freaking burger. There's nobody to take your order at the counter. There's no one.
Yeah, no.
Beep, 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 beep. And when I got to the end of it, it gave me an add a tip thing.
Right.
And I lost my shit, dude. I was like, nobody helping me. I'm not giving you a goddamn tip. In fact, I'm not spending my money in this fucking place suddenly. Dude, I lost my fucking monkeys. I couldn't hold it. That's so wrong on so many. That's like,
oh yeah, yeah.
Veteran biology professor who has been teaching that sex is determined by chromosomes X and Y for 20 years is fired after 4 students walked out of his classroom in Texas. When someone asks if I'm voting for Kamala Harris, this would be the only possible logical scenario that comes to mind.
Wow.
Navy launches USS New Jersey, first U.S. submarine built for both genders. Yes, they literally are bragging about having a mixed living space. I'm all for saving the delivery fees, but not when you're putting other people's lives at risk because of your own stupidity. This guy here's got a bunch.
Oh my Lord.
All right. I'm a redneck. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with this. I'm sure there's something wrong with it. Specifically, that wheelchair is not rated for the speeds I'm going to be dragging that thing down the interstate. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, he's good. Because here's the thing. If you've ever dealt with oversized loads, this is a thing. This type of setup is done. It's perfectly legal, but not with a wheelchair. And typically not with like a mid-90s S10.
Bunch of lumber tied up to a.
Although if it was a Ford Ranger, I'd get over it. The kiosk will spit in my food. Okay.
Lumber And the other end
Wait,
of it,
that's why it tastes
is
like
sitting
metal?
on a stripped-down wheelchair. I don't care if he was only doing 20 miles an hour. The bearings in a wheelchair is not made for any kind of speed, let alone this entire rigged-up mess. If you don't have a way to properly secure a load without putting other people...
Depends on how big your woman is.
Abby says he is an oversized load. That's it. Participation trophies all around. Everybody gets one. You get a participation trophy, and you get a participation trophy. Congratulations, everyone. It means absolutely nothing.
Then pay the delivery fee.
Right?
America's longest...
Do I need to show that one again for the folks in the back?
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
Just dark humor, people. It's just dark humor. Don't get mad at me.
Oh,
I'm not the one doing this silly shit and making it funny. I'm just the one laughing at it.
America's longest welfare line. Brought to you by the border czar, Camilla Harris, and all the rest of the puppets up there for the last...
Oh my lord.
I'm telling you, I love this man. I love this man. When he first started out his channel, I was probably his third subscriber. I don't know how I stumbled across him so soon, but I popped in and asked him what it was he was planning on doing with the channel, and he started telling me a bunch of stuff about his background and whatnot. I'm like, all right, listen, dude. First of all, erase all of that, because we were talking in comments, yo. I'm like, here's my email. Email me if you need anything. I'll give you all the tips I got. Homie's toting around 16,000 subscribers now, all by himself. Nice. I mean, I've been promoting him the whole time because he's fucking savage.
20 years. Just another example of no matter what they say, they end up doing the exact same things. It's not just by chance that Biden continued to build the wall while making sure that all the gates stayed open.
Yep.
Years ago, before Trump was put in the first time, my dad and I both tried to tell people that if they ever build a wall, it won't be to keep people out. It'll be to keep people in. And when they do close those gates, look out for what's going to come next.
This message brought to you by Sasquatch Productions and Naughty Corner Pictures. That is a straight PSA to protect each and every one of you. Don't let it happen to you. Don't let it happen to me. Vote tomorrow. Vote today. Vote often.
Vote often.
Town officials shut down a boy's ice cream stand. Fundraisers and unaliving threats followed. This kid was raising money for his brother's hockey team, but some Karen in the neighborhood didn't like it.
That's an HOA.
So she reported it to the city, and the town officials used the health department to force them to shut it down immediately, stating that they had received a complaint and said the 12-year-old's scheme violated the Massachusetts Food Code. This is the kind of people you live next door to, and the type of people who are in positions of power in the cities.
Snitches. You did a what?
That's crazy. I said I saw that news article.
Oh, this type of stuff happens all over the country, baby. Like, used to, kids would start up a little lemonade stand in certain spots, and they might make a few bucks a day. You know, it's not, you're not going to get rich doing it, but, you know, like-minded citizens will stop. But if you don't want the freaking lemonade, go away. Just don't go. It's same thing here. Same thing on YouTube. If you don't want to watch the trash that I'm putting out, go away. If you don't like it, fuck off. I don't want you here. I don't care if you show up. I don't care if you watch. I'm here to have my fun in my way and do the thing that I'm doing, which is currently ruining your show. That's what I'm doing. Right?
And even just the small towns these days. Army won't identify consequences for briefing that designated pro-life groups as terrorist. Army claims its extremism policy is unbiased, but lawmakers aren't so sure. Members of the House Armed Services Committee grilled the U.S. Army's Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations, Plans, and Training this week over the recent revelation that nearly 10,000 soldiers at North Carolina's Fort Liberty, which is actually Fort Bragg, were trained to believe that pro-life organizations qualify as terrorist groups.
Here's my concern there. You could feasibly make the argument that pro-choice people are the only ones here actually killing people. Pro-life doesn't kill anyone. They're as far away from a terrorist group as you can get, except for those weird ones that go and try to burn the place. That's no good. Don't do that. That's no good. Fight them in the courts. Fight them in the Senate House and in the state seats. You don't fight them in the streets, at least not yet.
Lieutenant General Patrick Matlock suggested during Thursday's hearing that corrective action has been taken, though he was altogether light on details, refusing to indicate whether someone had actually been fired, suspended, or demoted for likening champions of the unborn to mass unaliving jihadists. Representative Jim Banks, chairman of the subcommittee on military personnel, and members from both parties did not appear to be
welcome in, bud. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming
buying what Matlock was selling, especially his piece about accountability. I think the reason that you can't answer the question is because you know, and we know, that no one has been held accountable for this training that started in 2017 and occurred until a few months ago. Now, a lot of people may be surprised by this, but this is not just the military that's being taught these things. There was a document that I saw back some years ago where it was revealed that the FBI were teaching similar things, but not just about pro-lifers, but rather they had a whole long...
Are you familiar with what Harley Davidson has done recently?
Probably not.
Okay, so a few months ago, it might have been a little longer now. But anyway, a few months ago, a little while ago, Harley Davidson voted to put in a German as CEO. And ever since this dude has become CEO,
they went woke.
Harley Davidson has gone from being an American company for American people to being an international company that's not so interested in selling in America, right? A lot of Harley Davidson owners are really, really pissy about it. In the past few months, there have been absolute deadlines. When I say deadline, I mean a non-existent accruement of people going to, like, the Bud Light thing at the Sturgis rally used to be a Bud Light Harley Davidson thing, and they separated themselves, and then Harley Davidson did the same thing Bud Light did a little differently. They're moving their construction, their building facilities away from America, meaning it's no longer an American company at all, right? And there's a whole boatload of Harley Davidson people out there that are absolutely PO'd. The difference is between Harley Davidson and Bud Light, when they choose to buy a new motorcycle, it probably won't be a Harley Davidson, but they'll keep their old Harley Davidson because the old ones will still hold their own value based on, you know, how many were produced and what. That's another thing. Since this, as I understand it, and I could be wrong on this point, but it was explained to me that this German fellow increased the production amounts of Harley Davidson bikes so that they're no longer considered something of a rarity. It's not a, you know what I mean? It's not a luxury thing as much as it used to be. When you owned a brand new Harley, it was a thing. And now, you know, you can just go down there and get one, and it's not nearly as cool as it used to be.
List of organizations and types of people that were potential terrorists, such as people who believe in the Bible, people who believe that there was a shadow government or high-up elites that were running the nations, evangelical Christians, those that were against all this LGBT stuff, and even, believe it or not, people who paid for a coffee in cash. And that is just a few of them that I can remember off the top of my head. I'll see if I can actually find that article again. If I do, I might have it on a future episode. I think, therefore, I am arrested.
Pretty good.
This is the government our founders warned us about.
The all-seeing eye.
They want to be all-seeing, all-knowing, and
Thank you.
control
I
every single
appreciate it,
aspect
Fletch.
of your life and everything you do. And it won't be long that they'll pretty much have that control.
Well, now Jones isn't really careful. I might take over the gravelly space and the gravelly voice base in YouTube and just start spouting all of my tinfoil hat theories. Like, did you know that the aliens that come down to the hollow earth are the ones that actually suck the blood out of the babies?
For him would be just as good as voting for anybody else. And then arrest that granny in London who got stabbed and posted, ouch.
Oh, God. I wish this stuff wasn't so true, man. It's so painful.
DEI superheroes. White boys saving the universe. Most people couldn't care less who is in a movie. They just want to sit and relax and watch a good movie and not a bunch of propaganda.
All right. So that particular movie at the top did not get a 53%. That was what that's what Rotten Tomatoes forced it to. They were deleting that the lizard people are real, though. All right. I believe you believe it. I believe you'd know. You're the one, dude. But this movie never made it above, like, it started off at 93% and plummeted down to like 20 or something. The 53% came after the public portion of the votes were closed, which is something they don't generally do. Usually, if it comes out 10 years later, you can go vote and say you liked it or didn't like it or whatever. But no, this is almost entirely a manufactured tomato meter here. Whereas this one has been review bombed down to 80%. You see the audience score over here, 97. Like, that's also been review bombed down. They're playing with a set of crooked dice, y'all.
Propaganda. This 23-year-old Brazilian surfer could not use his Christ the Redeemer surfboards because they violate Olympic rules. But mocking and blaspheming Christianity is permitted in opening ceremonies. Article 50 of Olympic Charter, no type of political, religious, or racial demonstration or propaganda shall be permitted in any Olympic venue. Back some years ago, I used to watch some of the Olympics, but the last several, I haven't watched anything because it's all garbage, especially the last one and this one. And they just keep getting worse. Governments and corporations. The Alphabet Gang.
Oh my God, it's so accurate. It just makes my soul hurt. Oh, wow. You see it, right? Like,
yeah.
Middle and low class. Homeless people.
Good
as
citizen
well as
media.
veterans,
Look up.
among other groups.
welcome in, bud. Appreciate you coming through. Actually, I want to adjust this one just a hair. You see the homeless people over here? If there was another hole next to it, like in the bottom of the ocean where you could put veterans, that would be very dark humor, but you get what I mean. I wonder how they feel about an LGBTQ
Very dark
veteran.
humor.
Curious. Like, how bad does that cause cognitive dissonance? I mean, do they thank them for their service or just... No, I can't finish that sentence.
Well as veterans, among other groups. Here's the website of
Did y'all catch that? That's fucking beautiful.
I only got the top.
Why did you let the fox inside the chicken coop? It identified as a chicken. I believed it pose no risk to other chickens.
Oh my lord.
So this is, if I'm not mistaken, this has to do with a inmate who changed genders after being arrested and was put in with a bunch of female prisoners, resulting in a population.
Pregnancies, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bit of a population boom in a place where population ain't supposed to be.
Here's the website of the UK news, The Sun. You're in control of cookies. Consent to personalized ads and cookies. Accept all or pay to reject personalized ads. Already a pay to reject user? Log in here. In other words, if you don't want to accept the cookies, then you have to pay to reject them. And we're probably going to see more of this, or they simply won't.
Actually, even if you pay to reject them, all that does is not divulge to you that they're selling the information.
Right.
That's it. You're just paying not to find out that they do it anyway. I find that really, really sickening.
Won't even give you the option. Which in the end, does it really matter which one that we click? I seriously doubt it.
RFK Jr., we got Tulsi, we got Trump, we got Elon, and we've got Mr. Krabs with the big blue D. Except you stay, and he keeps the clown. Kamala. Okay, all right, Joe. We may do that on the next one. And we can do it for the next 15 minutes here. Maybe, I guess probably. Maybe it's. Did you learn to read? Don't lie to me. I'm glad we're friendly.
Black privilege in San Francisco. Black firefighter looks up Asian coworker's address, shows up at his house, and tries to beat him to unaliving with a hydrant spanner, which is a heavy brass wrench measuring 15 inches. Asian firefighter gets fired for cooperating with police. Black firefighter keeps his job, never missing a paycheck. I couldn't care less.
There's a bit more here. Court records show that 2 days after that phone call, Robert Muhammad used a computer at Station 25 to retrieve Shin's work schedule. Robert Muhammad. Sounds like a trend. With what's called a hydrant spanner, a heavy brass wrench measuring 15 inches. That's I'm not going to finish that sentence.
That's what color they are. But we're just seeing more and more examples of where the victim is the one who is classified as the criminal. And just the fact that he beat him in the head with his wrench and in the process broke both of his arms while he was trying to protect himself, and yet the attacker wasn't immediately arrested and charged, shows exactly this. Sweden to prosecute 2 men over Quran burnings. And yet, if you reverse the roles, they can burn all the Bibles, flags, and everything else that they want, and that's called freedom of religion. Welcome to Planned Parenthood. I'm Dr. Moloch. Just a few questions, then we can start the sacrifice procedure. %, true. I've said that for many years. It's just one of the modern day incarnations of it. If you really done some research and wanted to know, you'll find out that there's another major modern day incarnation of it too. Men are less likely to wear masks, another sign that toxic masculinity unalives. Shaming people who refuse to wear masks isn't a good look. Pick your health leader.
This one isn't even a joke. This is just truth right there. It's just there. That's the situation. These are your health ministers for the various different countries in question. Yeah. Yeah, you know where this is going, right?
Yep.
Greta Thunberg reportedly deletes 2018 tweet claiming climate change will wipe out all of humanity by 2023. Yeah, it's the same thing that all of these people has done for nearly 40 years now. Asking ChatGPT, make a joke about men. Reply, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything, just like men and their excuses.
That's kind of
All right. So just because the fucking computer is right, does it mean we have to laugh at it?
Make a joke about women. Reply, I'm sorry, but as an AI language model, I cannot generate jokes that perpetuate negative stereotypes or offend a particular group of people, including women. My programming is based on promoting respect and empathy.
This is what we mean by praxis. Remember a few months ago, it's actually the birth of one of Captain Curmudgeon's best bits. Captain Curmudgeon was going to do a performance of George Washington's exit speech, and he went to Google to try to find some pictures of George Washington, and turns out George Washington was Asian, Black, Native American, Polynesian, various other ethnicities, but he could not find one where he was white. And so as a byproduct of that, he thought, well, what if George Washington was Black? What would his address sound like? He said, go check that trash out. It is so hilarious. I cried while he was doing it. The last show he did. It's beautiful. But OG Mitch liked it. He really liked it.
Towards all. Yeah, all these AI are programmed to give a conditioned response. Just like two other videos I've seen recently about Alexa. Here's one of them.
Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
I cannot provide content that promotes a specific political party or a specific candidate.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
While there are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, the most significant may be that she is a strong candidate with a proven track record of accomplishment. As the first female vice president, Harris has already broken down a major gender barrier, and her career in politics has been characterized by a commitment to progressive ideals and a focus on helping disenfranchised communities.
Scotland cut down 14 million trees to make way for wind turbines. Yeah, that's their green energy agenda at work.
Oh my God.
You know, because of all the carbon.
Violent crime is at a nearly 50-year low. Readers added context. Crime rates appear to be lower because two of the largest police agencies are no longer reporting data to the FBI. They always manipulate the data, just like they do for inflation
Scotty Waddles.
and unemployment numbers.
What's up, Scotty?
Swiss writer who called journalist, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to be charged too, sentenced.
And that is what's wrong with the world today. He can't even read a legitimate headline.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
To 60 days in prison. Alphabet groups applaud decision. And right on the same page, YMCA accuses teen of hate speech for voicing concerns over biological male in women's locker room. It's just sickening the things that's taking place these days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to let that sit there. This isn't Photoshop, people.
That's crazy.
It's a little, like I said, all of them are a little too on the nose. Speaking of noses.
How men treated women. Before feminism. After feminism. It is very true.
It's crazy how some people are able to point out plot holes in iconic movies, but are unable to point out plot holes from the mainstream media narratives.
California advances zero down, no payment home loans for undocumented immigrants. And like this example here, there's already a push being made for saying illegal aliens or illegal immigrants to be called hate speech.
What's truth? What's up, bud?
Truth.
Welcome in. So I can't read this to you.
Why not? I can't. I mean, it's blurry, or else I would.
No, it's what Dean Cain says. I think neither of you, indicating the individuals in the frame, are what they say they are. Because you can't tell them that they're not what they are, what they say they are. That's hate speech. I'm not even sure where that would fall on YouTube, which is another one of those cases of an individual not being able to quote someone else.
Rioters face terror charges, 10 years hard labor. This is concerning those over in the UK protests. I'm not a bus. I identify as a train. This driver deserves a...
Yeah, I don't know who did that, but we should give them a fucking trophy. That man should be carried on people's shoulders through the streets. We should make a day for this guy. Because you know he lost his job.
Oh, probably.
He was fired
For
before he got to his first fucking stop. He'd already received 10,000 complaints, and you know it, I know it. There it is.
Phrase. Vegans triggered by a man eating food in the street. I actually saw a part of this video, and she is literally screaming at this guy.
All right, so there's a little bit more to it. He isn't just eating food in the street. When he was trying to go to some event, the vegan protest got in his way and made him late for the event. Since he couldn't be there when what he wanted to see was happening, he went back to this location, got like a curry or barbecue sauce or something, like a plate, and he come back and stood right in front of the vegans and ate his little hot dog and his sausage and his barbecue and all that stuff. That is not a Haitian joke. Calm the fuck down.
And he isn't doing anything, not saying anything about it. And yet there's the kid in the background that won't do a single thing about it. Yet, if the guy did start yelling back or anything else, I guarantee you he'd be arrested on the spot.
Facts. All right, y'all go check him out. He's absolutely awesome. That's Acorn Stash spelled with a Z. I dig it. We didn't get to the drunk teacher tonight, but what can you do?
That's all right.
It happens. You want to try to do some stuff or things? You got anything you want to shout out? You got anybody anywhere you're going to be?
No. But yeah. So hey, what do you get, or what do you call lesbian with braces? A box cutter. See ya.
Wow, that's harsh.
I gotta bounce. Thanks a lot for proving just how ugly and immature you are. It's been real. And just so you know, I don't really care about your problems.
That's one of my favorites. This is one of my other favorites.